You're not tuned to the plug of Audionet. It's your boy Cool Kel. I have a special guest in the building with me today, a city official, Mr. Mayor Bill Bell. How you doing today?
Doing well, doing well. Good to be here.
Hey, I'm glad. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity. So, tell a little people about you. A lot of viewers know. For those who don't know, you are the mayor of Durham.
That's right, Kel. I was first elected to the mayor of Durham in 2001, and I served 7 terms, 7 two-year terms, so I'm entering my 14th year. I was just fortunate to be reelected for my 8th term, and I've indicated that this will be the last time that I run for any elected office. I had an opportunity to serve previously as a Durham County Commissioner for 26 years, starting in 1972, and I chaired the Board of County Commissioners from 1982 to 1994, and I decided not to run again for the Board of County Commissioners in 2000. And some people came to me and talked to me about running for the city of mayor and office of the mayor, and I ran in 2001. I was fortunate enough to get elected by 500 votes, and those 500 votes came up from North Carolina Central University.
That's good.
Right.
That's good. So, what caught your interest in wanting to become mayor?
Well, I'm not saying it was an interest, as I indicated. First of all, I came to, my family and I moved to Durham in 1968. I'm an electrical engineer. I came to work with the IBM Corporation, figured I'd be here maybe 4 or 5 years and then move out. But I got involved in the community, got involved politically. As I said, I was able to get elected to the Board of County Commissioners in 1972. So I didn't have any intentions of getting involved politically. I just one of those things that happened. I had the opportunity to serve, and I considered it an honor and a pleasure to be able to do that. But after I'd served for about 26 years, I decided I'd retired from IBM in 1996. I was working as an officer, where I still am, with UDI Community Development Corporation, which is a nonprofit community development corporation. And I didn't have any intentions of getting back involved in electoral politics. But as I said, some people came to me, people I've known over the years, friends, business acquaintances, et cetera, and asked me to consider running for mayor in 2001. And that was a hard decision for me, but having made the decision, I decided to run. As I said, I was fortunate enough to get elected. But once having gotten in office, I began to appreciate it more. I enjoyed the work that we were doing, so I was fortunate enough to be continuously reelected for the last 7 terms.
Okay, and so some of the changes that have been made while you've been in office, as it's impacted the city of Durham as well as the community of North Carolina Central University as well as Duke University. What are some of those changes, and how can students become active as far as reaching out to try to get future employment from the degrees that they have already have studied within the past 4 to 6 years within the university?
Where do you want me to start first? Well, let me just say some of the changes that have happened in Durham. At least I've been mayor, and I don't want to indicate that I'm taking any credit for this, because
Right.
It's really a team effort. I've been fortunate to have a good colleagues on the city council, and we've been able to get some things done. And we've been able to form public-private partnerships with Duke University, private sector, and et cetera, the county, to make some things happen. And probably the biggest change that has occurred in the city of Durham, at least since 2001, has been the revitalization of downtown Durham. And if you had not been here in 2001, you might not have an appreciation for where we've come. But it's now a 24/7 destination point. People are living there. We've done, through public-private partnerships, have done renovations, adaptive reuse of the tobacco factories, where people are now working there, living there, restaurants, and et cetera. So that whole facade, the whole ambience, has been a real renaissance in the downtown area. Durham Performance Arts Center, known as TPAC, is probably one of the top performing arts centers in the country. Typically, we are number 1, number 2, number 3 behind Caesars, Radio City Hall, and then DPAC. So that's been a rather big change. It's helped to rebrand the city. People now want to be into the downtown area, now want to be in Durham. All those are positive things. But what has been equally of concern to me is trying to help revitalize some of our inner city neighborhoods that have been depressed for long periods of time. And that's been as much of a priority for me as the downtown revitalization. And we're beginning to make some progress on that, but we still have a lot more to do. And there are some challenges in being able to provide affordable housing for people who make less than the medium income for the city of Durham. We're working very hard on that. But when you ask how can students get involved, again, you have a great public administration program here. You've got STEM programs that are going on. We're fast becoming an innovative city. We're home to the Research Triangle Park. Downtown Durham has a lot of biotech, life sciences companies that are working there. So I think there are opportunities for students and NCCU in particular get involved, either through internship programs or just trying to look at some of the applications that we have on the city site. And I don't want to limit it to the city because we also have county government, which also provides those type of jobs. So I think there are a lot of opportunities if people have an interest and take the effort to try to put forth to make that happen.
Okay, and as far as we have a lot of, I guess, as far as this generation, there's a lot of entrepreneurship going on as far as pushing forward what they believe to be they want to pursue within the longevity of their career. So how has Durham been open to entrepreneurship?
Well, that's a good question because Durham's economy was built on tobacco and textiles and farming, and all of that has gone away. So what we were built on, what built this community, that those type of industries have gone away. But we've been fortunate that we're home to the Research Triangle Park, which has a lot of Fortune 500 companies. As I said, I came here to work with the IBM Corporation. I retired in 1996, but it allowed us to have our economy transform from tobacco, textiles, furniture into biotech, high tech, pharmaceuticals. Duke University has a great medical center. Those type of jobs have allowed us to make the transformation. But in addition to that, the point that you made, we're finding that a lot of young persons are coming to Durham, entrepreneurs, innovators, and that's created a whole different segment of our economy. I think we probably have over about 250 young persons who have started companies, small companies, in the downtown area. American Underground campus, which has been sort of the bedrock for getting that off, has expanded so that now if you went on Main Street, you see that they've expanded into one of our large buildings and continue to expand. So the opportunities are there. If people have an idea that they want to try to bring to fruition, it's obviously a question of trying to find financing. So we've got to have more venture capitalists willing to make that investment. But the opportunities are here, and Durham is fast becoming known as a center for entrepreneurs and innovation in the South.
Okay, all right, and not only has it been as far as this time period entrepreneurship has gone on, I know from my peoples, my grandfather, he used to own a taxi cab, so entrepreneurship has been something that he's been pushing forward, as well as, for those who don't know, Fairview Street has been really an entrepreneur type of strip, from small businesses to the candy lady to the washer and dryer, wash and folds, I guess you could say. So I guess as far as the city of Durham, I guess with the revitalization with downtown, I guess it's now helping entrepreneurship individuals grow as the downtown is growing as well. Or am I wrong? Or is that?
No, you make a very good point. What I failed to talk about when I was speaking about the history of Durham and its economy and being built on tobacco, Durham also has a very rich African American heritage. Durham is now the fourth largest city in the state of North Carolina, behind Charlotte, Raleigh, Greensboro, and we're about 251,000 people. We're a very diverse city in the sense we have no ethnic majority. We have a large African American population, a growing Hispanic population, and a Caucasian. But Durham was known as the Black Wall Street.
Right.
We in financial institutions, North Carolina Mutual Life Insurance Company is the oldest black-owned insurance company in the country. Mechanics and Farmers Banks is one of the oldest black-owned banks that has been very profitable during the time it's been in existence. So, and then you have all the mom and pop type stores that you just spoke about. So entrepreneurship is sort of in the water here in Durham, and particularly as it pertains to the African American community. But what you want to do is build on that, and now we have an opportunity to do that with all the other things that are happening in our community, in our economy, in the region. So I would advise young people, if you have an idea, pursue it. If you're doing something that, or even if you think about what you want to do, if you want to be something, find somebody that's doing what you think you might want to do. Have a sit down with them and try to understand what was involved in bringing them to where they are. And it does two things. One, it'll give you an idea as to what it takes to be that person. And it also give you an idea as maybe you don't want to go through all the travel, all the issues that they go through to try to become a lawyer, doctor, whatever it is they're trying to do.
So what is besides helping in growth the city of Durham with your associates and partners, what is a moment within your career being mayor that you found more enjoyable? Is it more of being out within the people and the people responding and see you as somebody that's more relatable? Because you know a lot of elected officials they try to step away from the community, and you seems more of being more out there in the community within certain events that go on, I should say.
Well, again, and maybe it's because of my background as an engineer.
Okay.
I'm the type of person that likes to be involved in planning and ultimately see that plan come to fruition. And as mayor, I've been able to be a part of those type of dynamics in our community. But when I think about what I get the enjoyment out of as being mayor, is being able to help people when I can. Unfortunately, you can't always solve all the problems that people have, but
Right.
I try to listen. I don't talk a lot, but I think I'm a very good listener, and I try to understand some of the issues people are facing. And generally, when somebody comes to me, I try to put myself in their position, to try to understand the issues they're bringing to me and how I might try to deal with it, where I'm in their position, and how I can be of assistance. So being able to help people in various ways, being involved in planning and eventually seeing things come to fruition, those are things that I enjoy about being mayor. I've never had any ambition to go beyond local government. I think local government is where it is. I mean, the things we do, I see it impacts me, my family, and others on a day-to-day basis. When you get over in Raleigh and up in Washington, you're dealing with much larger issues where you may have some impact on your immediate community, but it's not as direct as when you're at the local level, and that's what I enjoy.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Bell, for coming and speaking with me. You're now tuned to the plug of Audionet. It's your boy, Cool Kale. I'll be back.
Is that it?
Can we get a picture out here in front of the
Yeah,
sun?
sure.
Yep.